Now we're going to talk about how to defend the basketball. One of the most important things in the game of basketball is being able to defend the dribbler. If a team cannot guard the guy with the basketball and keep him in front, chances are they're not going to have very much success in stopping them. So what I want to make sure is if I'm guarding the ball, I'm guarding the person with the basketball facing the basket, he's off the dribble, we're talking about off the dribble first, is I want to have a wide base. My feet should be wider than my shoulders. My feet should be wider than my shoulders, and I want to be in a stance. In other words, it's almost like I'm sitting in a chair. Sitting in a chair, I don't want to have my head too far forward or too far back. My head should be in the center of the body. Head is one of the heaviest part of the body, and if it's too far forward or back, I become off balance. Great balance is a key to becoming a great defender. Wide base, head in the center, and I want to have active hands. All right? In other words, I don't just put my hands in my pockets. I want to have them out and active. So if he goes up to shoot, I can contest it. If he tries to make a pass, boom, I can deflect it. Now, when I move, I'm in a proper position, and he starts to drive by me. I want to lunge. If I go like this, he starts to drive, and I turn and go this way. I'm not going to be able to stay in front of the defense. If I go like this, I get beat. As he starts to drive, I'm going to go like that. We don't cross our feet, and I don't turn. I'm going to lunge. If he comes this way, there. So, good defense starts with a wide base and a good posture. Good posture means knees bent, butt down, head in the center of your body with active hands. And remember, as the ball starts to drive to the basket, I want to lunge. I don't want to turn. Those are key points that can help you defend the basketball. Let's talk about taking a charge. An offensive foul is a big play in the game of basketball. There's some common things that we must understand if we're going to effectively take a charge. That means, first of all, you have to establish legal guarding position. In other words, I'm between the ball and my man and the basket. This is not legal guarding position. I can't take a charge right now. Even if he comes in, he comes here, boom, it's still not a charge because I have not established legal guarding position. So as he's here, I've got to be between him and the basket. Now I've established legal guarding position. Now I'm allowed to move once I've established this position. So now he starts to drive. If he keeps coming, boom, now I can take the charge. The charge or the contact must be taken in the torso or the chest area. If the contact is in the shoulder, it is not a charge. It's called a block. So if I've established legal guarding position and he drives and it hits my shoulder, that would be a block. What I want to do is I want to move and take the contact in the chest or torso area. So I've established legal guarding position. And I take the charge. The best thing to do when you take a charge, you take the contact and you want to fall straight back. If I fall to one side or the other, most of the time the referee is not going to give you a charge, but he's going to give you a block. So as he goes, slow motion, boom, I want to fall straight back. That gives me the best chance of getting a favorable call. The other thing that we want to make sure of is we let the ball handler, the offensive player, initiate the contact. Even if I've established legal guarding position and the contact happens with the torso, as he comes, if I initiate the contact, it's going to be a block. So we want the offensive player to initiate the contact. Here he comes. Now I take it and we get the charge call. This is real important concept. One other thing to keep in mind, if you're playing in the NBA, They have a little arc in here. You can do everything right, but if you're in the arc, it's not going to be a charge, it's going to be a block. Other areas outside of the NBA, it's okay. As long as you've established legal guarding position, you've taken the contact in the torso and fallen straight back. That's a charge. I'm going to talk about taking the charge from weak side help. In other words, I'm not guarding the ball. My teammate is guarding the ball, and he gets beat. I want to help my teammate out. Be a good teammate. Help him out. Rotate over and take the charge. Now, when my teammate starts to get beat, I'm rotating over because I want to see the ball and my man, the person I'm guarding. Now, as he starts to go, I want to rotate and I want to make sure that I get between the ball and the basket. In other words, I've established legal guarding position because I've rotated into his path to the basket. So again, we're going this way. I don't want to be underneath the basket. I'm going to rotate this way when I see him get beat. And now I'm going to take the contact in the torso and fall straight back. This is a great way to take the charge and help out your teammate and help your team. So again, I'm here. He starts to get beat. I rotate. I take the charge and I help my teammate out. Taking the charge, helping the teammate. It's a great way to play, have fun, and win. When we're guarding the basketball, if we're in good position, we've got a good stance and we're on balance, if my hands